Latest developments with rights activist and frequent RT guest Sara Flounders. Thank you for joining us again here on RT. So what do you think is the major force driving this opposition in the country, these protests in the country?
The major force driving the opposition is really U.S. support and the arming and organizing of right-wing and paramilitary and the upper and middle class who are against the popular changes, against the popularly elected government of Maduro.
So it's not about the crime, it's not about the corruption, it's not about the GDP in the city, it's about foreign support, you think?
It's absolutely, there is a U.S. effort. Venezuela is crucial to a bloc of countries in Latin America that have broken free of total U.S. domination after decades of military dictatorship and impoverishment. And these popular movements in Latin America have made a dramatic change for the people of so many countries. Venezuela is key to this, and the U.S. is making an all-out effort through creating.
But you say a dramatic change over the years of the Chavez government. Now we have the Maduro government that did very little, apparently, to curb crime or to bring up the standard of living in the country that people appear to be frustrated with. You don't think that's a factor?
The standard of living for poor and working people has changed dramatically. The standard of health care, of education, of entrance into university, on so many levels. The wealth that used to be absolutely hoarded by the super rich in Venezuela and go also directly to U.S. corporate power, that has changed, and changed in big ways. And there's been real opposition to this ever since in 2001, President Chavez passed both the law of the land in terms of popularizing and distributing land to peasants, and the law on the gas and oil. And this was followed by an effort at a coup against President Chavez in 2002. And that has continued to this day. It's taken an electoral form, but it again and again has taken, as it is happening around the world, where there is organized opposition of paramilitary forces. We can see it in the Ukraine. We've seen it in the past, and of course in Haiti and Nicaragua, Iran, and many, many, many countries, in Ecuador. In Venezuela, it's taken the form of really through violent means, through extreme demonstrations, through barricades, and through shortages, to attempt to change the popular will of an elected government. And this is coming from outside. At every point, the U.S., in the name of human rights, says that they're defending these forces. And it's used in popular ways in the media in Venezuela and in the U.S. to try to connect it to the Occupy Wall Street movement. But these are occupiers who are fighting for Wall Street. At every single point, they want to connect, recolonize, and control a whole number of countries that have broken free. And that's really what is going on in country after country, but in Venezuela in a very sharp way right now. But there's overwhelming support for the President Maduro government, and that was also shown in the latest round of popular and local elections that were decisively pushed back the right-wing forces.
One more brief question that I have for you. What do you think Maduro's next move will be? Will he make concessions, or will he try to dig in and double down?
Well, it certainly seems that he's saying that these forces need to be confronted. The U.S. demanded immediate concessions, that he meet with this really bought and paid for opposition and make concessions to them, and he refused to do that. So I think he knows that there's enormous support for the policies, that the choice is, will Venezuela and also many countries in Latin America, will they return to the past when they were under the thumb of U.S. control, or will they continue to assert their own development, their own sovereignty in a way that benefits the large majority of the population?
All right, activist Sara Flounders, thank you again for joining us
really
here on
here
RT.
in the U.S.
Thank you.